Hey, everybody, and welcome to Shutitdownboys. This is the podcast where me and the gang get together after a long, hard 24-hour shift, and we talk about life, both outside of and at the fire station. Next to me, I've got old Tanner Holligan. He looks like he's redoing the flower beds out front, but we're actually we're doing a podcast first, and then I'm going to get him out there with his wheelbarrow. And last but not least, I've got old missionary Murph, fresh, back from vacation, never there when we need him.
No.
Yep.
Nice little beard on him, too.
Nice beard, nice tan.
Nice, yeah.
How long did it take you to get that?
I've been off for 3 shifts.
Three shifts, so about
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, man. That's actually impressive.
And then you got me, the hardest working host with the most. You know, I hurt my low back the other day, probably from carrying these two in this damn podcast. But, you know, old no days off Helen, that's what they call me.
Light duty king right there.
Yeah. I do it for the people. Anyway, boys, how's it going?
It's good,
Good,
man.
good,
It's
good.
good. I had a
I'm glad
question
to be
for
back.
y'all, like right off the bat.
Right off the rip,
How do
huh?
y'all open? I know everyone does it different. I'm kind of looking. I don't. Murph hasn't opened his. Nice spill. How do you open up, like when you're drinking a beer?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a way your tab is set, or how wide you open it?
One of you pulls the tabs off and throws them on my fucking carpet.
Not
I
me.
know that.
Not me.
I found
It ain't
about
me.
3 of them in the
Look.
carpet.
What do you mean throwing their tab in
Yeah.
the carpet?
Some
What
dude,
are you looking at me for? I don't do
just
that
saying,
shit.
I'm looking at you because Murph was
It was
pointing
right
at
under
you.
your...
Was it? Oh, he fucking sprinkled. He gollumed
Yeah,
me,
Murph.
dude.
Yeah, he breadcrumbed you.
No, I was always curious because, like, my wife, she turns it.
Turns it.
Yeah, like she'll turn it like that. I just have always kept it like real slightly cracked. So you're at
Yeah,
a party,
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's my beer. Like, nah, man, that's my beer.
Yeah, people
Yeah,
do
yeah.
weird stuff.
You know,
You know what I always do? Is I, like, push my thumb in it and make a dent right here.
nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You
That
gotta
way,
dent
like,
it. Yeah.
right
Yeah.
under the lip.
Yeah,
And then,
these old liquid deaths, they're good denters too, man. You can get a good dent in there.
Yeah. Shout out to Liquid Death.
The usual, man. Keeping the old boys hydrated.
That's it.
Yeah.
Convicted Melon.
Liquid Death, sponsor the
Dude,
boys.
I
for God's
love
sakes.
the I
We're
love the
fishing
names,
here.
man.
Oh, their names are the best, dude.
Yeah.
The mango chainsaw, convicted melon. Like, what do we got here? Squeezed to death.
I mean, just like what they tell you on this thing.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
ruthless tall boy of flavored sparkling
Oh, yeah.
water has a twisted plan. Use natural agave
Yeah.
and exploding bubbles to
never
murder
noticed
the
that.
You never
your
noticed that,
thirst.
dude?
No.
The
Oh,
marketing
it's so-
behind Liquid Death
It's
is
so funny, dude.
it's been genius from the get go, man. But anyway, we're off the rails,
Yeah.
right off the rip.
Nice.
Of course.
Naturally, that's typically what we do. We got together today, shoot a podcast, of course, but we're going to do firefighter. We're going to bust some myths. We're going to do a little firefighter myth busting.
Yeah.
And because there's a lot of myths out there, and most of you are firefighters. We already know that. But we're gonna help the people out.
Yeah,
you know?
some of these we've said before,
Yeah.
but we're gonna touch up on them a little bit more to kind of,
Yeah.
revisit
absolutely.
some of our old complaints.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it before, but we've actually never done myth busting for a lot of
Yeah.
the people that don't know a lot about firefighting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because there's a
It'll
lot
be
of
fun.
people out there that anytime we go on calls, it's
Yeah.
3:00 in the morning, and they're like, "Oh, well, we know you guys were awake, so we decided to
No.
call you." And we're like, "Nope,
no, I was sleeping.
yeah,
I was sleeping very
They're
hard.
like,
Actually,
what
quite
you
the
guys
contrary.
sleep? Like, yeah, we sleep.
I had a good dream and you messed it up.
Yeah, we
just like you.
we
need
love
sleep.
sleeping. We're big fans of it.
Also, friends will friends or family or somebody that doesn't like do the job will ask you something. You're like, oh, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna read some listener comments though. We gotta start the episode off right.
Let's go ahead and tell the people what they need to do first.
We're gonna tell them what they need to do.
Like, share, and subscribe.
That's it.
folks.
There we go.
Yeah,
Like,
hey,
share,
turn
and
your
subscribe.
phone sideways, like it, do whatever you got to do. Like, share, and subscribe.
Hit the
We're
bell
at-
icon. I don't
Yeah.
even know if we have a bell icon. I just hear people
Yeah.
say that all the time.
There is a
Hit
bell.
the bell icon.
I think the bell is for notifications. Or
I think
something
so,
like that. So
yeah.
it notifies you when an episode is up.
Sure,
Pretty
do that
Pretty
too.
sure. Yeah, do that.
I don't do that. You guys don't have to do that. Just like, share, and subscribe.
You do whatever you want to do, but just make sure and like and subscribe. We're at 1,217 subs was the last time I checked it. I think it's at more
so
now.
cool. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean the numbers. Every time I look at it, it's going crazy. So thank you guys so much for that.
Yes.
We appreciate the hell out of
Yeah.
the support. That's amazing. And shout out to you guys. I'm going to read a couple comments from you.
Yeah.
And this is from LagHater23.
Okay. Me too.
Dude, there's nothing better.
Nice
There's nothing
name
better
right
than YouTube names, Call of Duty names, email, like my original email, and now it's my Call of Duty gamer tag.
The Tater Spanker.
Tater Spanker 69. Dude.
Giving out your personals, man.
That'll be fine. Yeah, if you see me on
Look me
Warzone,
up.
shout me out.
Yeah.
So this is from LagHater23. I feel like Halligan That's how I feel like Halligan being unprepared or having dumb answers is part of the podcast at this point, and I like it.
Nice, man. Guys, there it is.
Just
I don't
throw
have
this
to prepare
thing
anyway.
away. Just throw this thing away.
I mean,
That's awesome. I like this guy.
it's
whoever he
almost
is.
not even an act at this point, dude. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
But
What's funny is I bet you there are people out there like, that's an act. It's like, nope.
What's funny is
Yeah.
that we had a meeting and we were like,
Hey, man.
get your shit together.
And they set me down because I had showed up. That wasn't my fault. But
yeah, dude. We had a business meeting out in the bay. He had his feet kicked up on the back of the ladder truck,
Smoking a heater.
smoking a heater, sitting in
Ripping a
the
heater.
station wheelchair. Just, and me and Murph were like, "Hey." Last episode,
Tighten up, buddy.
last episode, you showed up with nothing, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault though.
Sure.
You know,
I think
I
it was
blame you
partially
guys.
Partially your fault.
No, I think it was probably about 98% your
I
fault.
think our audience knows I didn't know we had an
Yeah.
episode there.
That's
okay.
They figured it out real quick.
Yeah, but that's the only episode I have that excuse for. The other 100 that
Hey,
we've
but
done.
people like it.
Yeah, they do.
Hey.
Apparently,
I mean,
we don't
yeah.
need to
This
change.
is yeah.
Yeah, that's like that one guy that said, "Is it bad that I identify with Holligan?" I was like,
Not
"Yes,
at
it
all.
is. Yes, it is."
I think most people will probably identify with me. Most normal
I
people.
don't know.
You
man.
guys are above average.
Most people in like lower Alabama would probably identify. Lower
Kentuckians.
Alabama,
Yeah.
upper Florida. Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that. I like you guys. Those
A lot
are my
of
people.
A lot of Panama City Beach people probably identify
Really?
with you.
I've never been.
Yeah, that's where my first girlfriend was from.
From Panama.
Shout out to Panama City Beach, Florida, dude.
Is this the
Oh, yeah.
Target
Target
security
security
guard.
guard.
If you're
Yeah.
not, if you're just new to this, there's a whole history here with
There's
the
a lot.
Target security guard.
Yeah.
girl.
I could, dude. I will.
Just
If we
cheated on him with a Target security guard if you
done
didn't
more.
know.
yeah. We could really dive into that one. We could really dive into that one on a Patreon because I went a little. Your boy went a little crazy
You went
there
crazy?
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like just, I was like, what's the show? It's Always Sunny where
Oh,
Charlie
yeah.
has like the board with red string and shit all over it. Yeah.
That was you?
That was me.
You're
Nice.
connecting dots. And
Oh
shit.
yeah, and my buddy Matt was like, "Hey."
That's what you do, though,
Yeah.
man. You're in love or whatever.
Yeah, but you're just like, "Hey, something's going on, dude. Your eyes twitching and shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Are you telling the truth?
yeah. So okay,
Or another one, text.
this is from Braden Lyle, I think. Lyall. Lyle. Anyway,
What's up, Braden?
Hey guys, I'm a huge fan of the show and what you do. I'm a firefighter out of Colorado, plus a former Texas firefighter out of Lufkin. I remember y'all mentioning
yeah.
how awesome it would be to work in Colorado. I would love to tell y'all about our schedule. I do a 48.96. We do a 48.96 here.
Yeah.
Pay is good. Cost of living here is ungodly high, so it balances out.
Yeah.
Access to the mountains is awesome for those days off. Keep doing what y'all do, and look forward to the next episode. Shout out to you, Braden.
Thanks, Braden.
So that's why I wanted to
I'm
ask
a little
you.
jealous, Braden.
Yeah, we're definitely jealous.
Yeah.
I fucking love Colorado,
Yeah,
dude.
love it, dude.
Colorado's the best, man. There's a Avery Brewing Company out there. It's just a badass brewery. And there's just mountains in the background
Yeah.
and shit, dude. And you're sitting outside by a fire and you're just crushing. Oh, dude, they have it's like a barley wine beer, and you just get hammered on it.
Nice.
It
It sounds
so
cool.
good, dude. It's cold. There's a
Oh, yeah.
fire.
Something
couple
about-
of
something
hot
about-
Colorado broads.
You're
Yeah.
the nature already. You know what I mean?
It's the
I feel
best,
like
man.
Yes.
You can't escape nature, which is probably why it's like the perfect place to work for decompressing.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
You know?
If I could just uproot everybody though, like
man.
Yeah.
friends and family, and
That's
we
the
all go
problem.
there, then
Yeah.
that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's about a compound out in Colorado,
Yeah.
like 20 acres in Colorado, which I mean,
You're starting over. if
subscribe to
you
the
do
channel.
that. We need a compound.
We need a Colorado compound, like a South Park
Start our
episode.
own fire
We're
department.
trying to buy our own intergalactic stellar starfighter, and we need your help. But no, shout out to you, Braden. The 4896. A lot of people commented about this on the shorts episode, on the shorts short.
Yeah.
But
I wonder.
don't know, man.
I wonder. Are you married and have kids?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious.
4896.
Braden, hit us up. Are you married and
yeah.
have kids? He looks
That
like he's a
or-
young, stout guy. He's doing a fucking kettlebell swing.
Of course he is. Yeah.
I don't know. Also,
He's a pretty jacked dude.
if it's a busy place, dude, that would suck, dude. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Well, so one department
I like it.
that we have talked about it before, but they do 24 on the engine and 24 on the med unit.
Ooh,
Yeah,
let me
but-
get that med unit over with first.
Yeah, man. I'd rather the
yeah,
back end
yeah.
be on the
Yeah.
engine for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
but man, dude,
48 hours just seems like such a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dudes were messaging me about it and commenting about it. But it's like, dude, you get 4 days off. and then you combine a sick day, or I mean, it's not a sick day. You would never, unless you're actually sick, of course.
You would never do
Yeah. Combine a
Sick day.
Does
Combine
anybody ever even actually use them when they're sick?
Yeah, yes, Murph. We use
Yes,
them while we're
yes,
sick.
yes,
Like,
just kidding.
I use them while I'm sick.
It was just a test. I was just
That was-
asking.
We're testing the audience.
The fire station memes guy has a sticker, and it's like, go to work
With the hand.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the hand going like this, and it's like, go to work sick. Use sick days for vacation or something. I'm like, nice. But anyway, you combine like 4 days off. You combine that with a vacation day.
You're off forever.
You're off for like
Yeah.
almost 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That would be awesome.
I could see that, but also,
You're at work for 2 full days.
dude, some shifts I'm like, get me the fuck out of
Even
here.
on
Yeah.
the engine,
Yeah.
man.
Yes, even on the engine, man. Some
Yeah.
days you get woken up a couple times on the engine.
That's part of my myths that we got to bust today.
Yeah. But luckily for us, we have Kelly days.
Kelly days,
and
yeah.
if you don't know what that is, it's basically a day off in your regular
paid day
shift
off,
work.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like mine's a Thursday. So every time my shift falls on a Thursday, I get that day off.
Yeah. It's
So-
nice, dude.
And other departments call it like a critical rest day or
Oh.
CR day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I actually like that because I mean you
Kelly Day
probably-
sounds too.
Kelly Day sounds too
People have no
Days
lackadaisical.
too
clue.
soft.
Yeah,
When I
too
tell
soft.
people
Kellys
that,
are
they're
usually
like,
soft.
But
Hell
a
is that?
critical rest day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sounds
That's pretty good,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it sounds like something that you need.
Yeah.
A
I got one more, and then we'll get to the list.
listener comment?
One more. It's Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Shout out to you.
Jeff.
It was great to hear other people that agree that being a parent is awesome, but being a parent in a restaurant is a freaking job.
Oh,
talk about
hell
you
yeah.
telling your restaurant story. Yeah.
I have another one.
Oh yes. Hell
Save
yeah.
it. I'm saving it. I'm saving it.
We're gonna give me
It's
a
gonna be nonstop.
Give me a myth, Holligan.
Okay. All right. I've got a couple
Let's,
good
let's
ones.
crack this right open.
I'm going to say one that I bet you guys didn't write down.
Okay.
Some people think that firemen only use water, like just water, to extinguish a fire. I don't think. Right.
I was like, where's he going with
No,
this?
yeah.
It's going to be another
Yeah,
Fallout
dude.
story.
Trust me. No, this one makes sense, folks. If anyone that's not a fireman
sure,
that doesn't
sure.
know, we use water and we use Class A and Class B foam for some of our
Yeah.
fires. And I thought that was a myth. I was
These
like,
guys know that. They're damn firefighters.
Well, some
Forget-
people
I know,
don't.
I know.
You know, no.
Yeah.
It's like
For the civilians.
That's
Yeah.
a myth that we got to bust here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we use, not just water.
Yeah.
It's not just always water on a fire. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's other things. It's amongst 2 or 3 different things we use.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
That was
A
a myth.
Shift was talking about using calves the other day. They use a calf system.
Did they?
And
Yeah.
I was like, we've never used that once.
So we had we had it on engine 3 whenever
compressed air foam system.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So it basically like agitates it and
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
it makes the
Yeah, we are real
expansion of the
firefighters.
foam.
There's one-
we know stuff.
One guy was like, "These two seem like they're just pretending to be firefighters." I was like,
No,
Which
we
two?
do this for
yeah,
a
I was
living.
like, I know
Okay.
what I did. Yeah. Anyway,
But anyway, yeah, it agitates it more and it makes it does help, but most of the time you don't use it.
yeah,
Yeah.
they said they had a pampas grass fire, and they were like, we used it just to try it out. They're
Yeah.
like, it actually worked pretty good.
Yeah, I bet it would.
I'm not going into a burning building
Yeah.
with a foam.
Well, it was
with
designed-
doing a foam party in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was designed for departments that don't have like fire hydrants everywhere on each block.
and that makes sense.
You know?
Speaking of foam parties, you remember our fire?
I got
had
a picture of it.
that.
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
picture of it
nice.
somewhere. I think, yeah, right there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, dude, me and Murph, dude, we cranked that house. We were like, we don't want to come back to this fucking house.
No,
Like,
dude. Well, we had came back from it had already.
It was an A shift fire.
Yeah, it
Yep.
rekindled.
It rekindled.
So
I
that's
see.
why we're back
I
out
see.
there, and we're like,
Damn it,
we're not
A-shift.
doing this again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that.
Dial that foam way up.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing that
Yeah.
picture. Like, look at these 2 gay boys
That was
over
a good
here.
time. Okay.
Foam
Yeah,
party.
well, I was captain that day, and then Hillen was on the back,
Yep.
and then we had our other driver,
Yep.
who's he was a back end man. He was just upgraded that day.
I see, I see,
And
I see,
he
just cranked it up.
kept doing
Oh,
it,
yeah.
doing it, and we were like, "Jeez."
Yeah,
It's like
dude.
calves, basically.
Yeah,
He
was-
screwed us on that fire actually because he showed up because we had to.
That's right.
We relieved A shift on scene at
Yeah,
a fire.
Davis.
By the way, yeah, Davis, dude. There's nothing worse than relieving on scene, like at a fire.
yeah.
Because A shift got to have all the fun, and then we show up and they're like, "Good luck picking up all those tools and doing overhaul."
Cleaning everything.
Losers. Yeah.
Golly,
Like,
yeah.
damn it.
We
dude.
laid 1,000 foot of 5-inch.
Oh, there's
Enjoy yourselves,
nothing-
boys.
Dude, there's nothing worse than showing up to work and they're like, they're still on that fire. They're about done though. You're like, damn it.
You want to just
You still want to have
back
your.
here.
You want to. I don't know what it is about like when you first get at the station. You want to chill for a second,
Yeah.
and have
You
like
do?
a cup
Yeah.
of coffee and bullshit
Going
with
on
the
about
boys.
the
shit, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, as soon as you get out of your truck, they're like, "Hey, they need you to go over." You know, you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh
Yeah.
God."
That's why you get there early, man.
Yeah,
Get
or
early
you're,
so you're all right
now we're walking up to the station and you hear the med tones go off and you're like,
You just want to hide in a corner. And be
Yeah.
like, I'm not here.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not-
like-
but then you know,
I know.
your moral compass gets in the way. You're like,
you feel so
Yeah.
bad, man. You gotta
I'll
go
take it.
get those guys out of there.
Some of those guys don't have that moral compass.
Yeah,
They're just like
no.
they'll sit in their truck a little extra,
yeah.
Yeah,
a little longer.
Oh, I didn't hear
I think
it.
I've never heard it.
wait till they roll out. Oh no, man! I
could
just
have
missed
got
you.
that.
Yeah, they show
Sorry,
up,
man.
They show
No,
up right
don't go,
at they show up right at 8:00. You're like, sweet, thanks. Yeah, right at time to be relieved.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Murph, you got one?
Yeah, so like a lot of people, and we actually got asked this the other day. I made a call, and somebody that got locked out of their house. It was actually their daughter who got locked out of their house, and well, the daughter had called 911 because her parents weren't home.
Right.
But she was like, you know, I don't know what age you're allowed to leave your kids at home by
10,
themselves.
12,
But she was like
13.
14
I see.
or whatever. You know, I mean,
you're fine. You
yeah.
operate the
Well-
microwave and get yourself a glass of water.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
good.
so
Yeah.
we ended up going there. We got her in her house, and well, mom showed up. I ended up calling mom. I was captain that day. Called mom, told her about the situation or whatever, and mom finally came to the house. Well, she was like, "How much is this going to cost me?"
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's it. And then it was a joy for me to tell her. I'm like, "This is free."
It's free.
$200.
Yeah, yeah. What do you got?
Cash only.
What do you got
Cash
on you?
But no,
Gas, or yeah. I know. We would never. Yeah.
But
That
no,
is-
a lot of people think that fire department charges you for this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
in most of the time, the city, your tax paying
tax
dollars,
dollars. Sure.
you're
Yeah.
paying for that already.
yeah.
So when we show up, we put your house out, all that. You're not going to get a bill,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
us.
And
know.
that's
why we're the good guys.
We're the good guys. Suck cops.
yeah. But now that we got EMS,
Yeah.
I mean, you take a ride in that meat wagon.
Yep.
You're probably going to get a
You're
bill.
getting a bill.
You don't have to
Gonna
pay
get a
it, but
You don't have to pay it. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
That's also paid for by tax dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, that's
Socialism.
It's so nice. Jesus.
Nice.
Oh man, that's
what that is.
It is true.
That brings up one of mine, and the med unit. You don't get the front of the line if you call an ambulance.
Oh, that's a good one.
Huge myth that people. We've probably talked about this before, but
That's a really good
you
one.
were like, if
think
you
about
call
that at all.
911, you're like, oh, I called you guys because I figured we'd get to the
Yeah.
ER faster. It's like, unless you're shot or you got in a bad car accident or you're having a stroke or a serious heart attack, you're sitting there for a long time.
You're gonna go.
Yep.
It's funny
Yep.
when we do that to people, when we bring them into the waiting room.
Oh,
they're
man.
like,
You're wheeling
What are you
them through.
doing?
they're like,
I saw like 8
and
beds.
it's just
over there.
like a sea of people in the waiting room,
They're like,
and
whoa,
they're
whoa,
like,
whoa,
"Whoa."
whoa, whoa, where are we going? I'm like, you're going to the waiting room.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But I called 911. Like, yep.
But
it's
you
not
have a
an
headache.
emergency.
You have
Yeah.
a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah, sign this computer. You're going to get a bill, and you're going to the waiting room. See you later.
This is
Yeah. They're like, this isn't right. Hey, listen, I agree with you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
You shouldn't have called us.
I've taken people with a broken bone.
Yeah.
To it's like, well, if you're
sucks,
not the
man.
most emergent call,
Yeah.
then
Right.
they're
And you-
putting you in the waiting room.
People get so upset whenever you're like, this is a non-emergent call. They're like,
How
well,
dare you?
my tum-tum's been hurting for 2 hours now, and you're like, this is not a critical call. This is not a gunshot, a stabbing. Like,
Sorry.
you're going to the
Yeah.
waiting room. Yeah.
Everybody's stuff is
Yeah.
always like it's
The
their
worst.
worst day.
Yeah,
or
of course,
whatever.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
I get it.
Sure.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like that. I don't get it, but it's also
Yeah.
like you're in an emergency room.
Sure.
right.
You know?
Is this something that you could go see your doctor
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
You know.
You want to be like, you see, like the 9 people we passed up that like are like in it. They have a tube in their throat.
Yeah. One guy's got a piece of rebar through his head.
They got
and
a
you're like,
sheet
that
over
guy
another.
needs to be here.
Yeah. You are in the back. You know.
Yeah.
You got to go to the back of the line.
Oh,
and
dude.
wait your
No,
turn.
no
Yeah.
doubt. I talk to Christine about this all the time.
Oh,
Her,
yeah. Murph's wife's a nurse.
Yeah.
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 And she is just like,
I could not do her job.
no way.
No, dude.
No way.
I mean, no. I see.
I was gagging the other day changing my daughter's diaper.
Yeah.
This thing could have. I mean, it could have choked a fly.
Could have gagged a maggot, huh?
Oh man! Imagine
telling you,
changing
man.
some.
I was like, oh. And then I just looked at her and I was like, how do you do this on grown adults?
Yeah,
grown
on an
man.
87-year-old man.
She's like, it's tough. And I'm like,
dude.
I imagine. So I'm about to pass out here.
It's so
changing
funny.
my daughter's diaper.
Whenever your kid starts taking like adult smelling shits. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
when does that start?
Like
I don't know,
1
but
and a
we were in
half
the
or
car
so.
and I could smell her.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I was
And-
like,
yeah.
looked over at Christine. She's like, she looked at me and I was like, you smell that? She's like, oh, yeah.
Dude, you just hear it bubbling. You're like, yeah, dude. You're like, hell, and they're like,
Oh, man.
Have you ever like your daughter or your son takes a dump and you smell it for sure?
Yeah.
But you know they're going over to the mom and you just
oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
she'll figure it out.
Yeah, I gotta go outside for a second. Yeah. I'm gonna go mow real quick. Son of a bitch.
You find yourself washing dishes.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I got soap in my hands.
You start chopping potatoes. Like, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. The fuck? Speaking of, dude,
I love you, babe. You've
Yeah.
done it to me. It's okay.
it happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of children, since I got a young boy.
Yes.
Me and Melissa were trying to figure out what do you call private parts for boys and girls? What do you?
I've got the answer.
Okay.
that from a counselor. You
Oh.
should say,
Okay.
teach them that because in court, you like if the kid gets brought into
Jesus.
court for any reason, like if
Yeah.
someone molests them, they have to be able to say what
Kindergarten
it is.
cop.
So you
Yeah,
should
yeah,
you
yeah.
should be able to tell them
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
hey, that's your penis and that's your vagina.
Is that
that's
what you
your-
go with?
Yes.
Because I know
I
people are
just-
like
so-
TT and wee
Yeah.
wee, and I'm like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of
Your cock and balls.
Yeah.
I think a judge will get that.
Yeah. So my wife, when she talks to my daughter or whatever, right now she's just like calls it her Lucy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
And she had grown up.
That's
she
what
had-
they call loose cigarettes at 7-Eleven that you
Yeah,
buy a single.
the Lucy.
Give me a Lucy. Jesus,
Oh,
Christine.
man.
Yeah. So that was something they grew up with or whatever.
Lucy.
And it's cute, kind of, whenever they're like,
Some people call it a hoo-ha and
Yeah,
shit, dude. I'm
hoo-ha,
like,
yeah.
what are we doing?
so anyway, we kind of, I've already talked to my son about it, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's your penis, bud.
Yeah.
You
And-
can as a dad, you should be able to do that. Man.
Sure.
Look, man.
Yeah.
You need to know what that is
Yeah.
because
Yes.
as an adult, like they're at school, you
Right.
don't
Yeah.
know. Like sometimes your kids are not around you all the time.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So if
Yeah.
something happens, he needs to be able to tell you,
Yeah.
so that you can like actually say, okay, no,
That's
he
true.
knows what that is.
Yeah.
Cover your bases
Yeah.
with them, man. They know. Dude,
Protecting your kid.
you
know?
guys know my dad, but my dad and my grandpa.
Yes. I can only imagine.
It wasn't a penis. It was a tallywhacker.
Oh, yeah.
nice.
It's like,
I heard
I
that
don't
so
think
many
for-
times.
I was like,
too,
I don't-
growing up.
I don't think you can legally call it that anymore, dude. Yeah, like,
Man, when you really think about that
dude.
name,
Yeah,
A
put a
tallywhacker.
tallywhacker away. Like, dude, peeing behind every. Dude, that was as soon as I figured it, I was pissing behind every tree I could find,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
There was no stopping me, man.
That's
I still
funny as
do it.
shit.
It's still awesome.
I always heard it was like easier, like potty training girls than it is boys. But
yeah, because we're gross.
yeah, but
Yeah.
my son got it way quicker. than
Really?
I think my
Okay.
daughter
What's-
is. Yeah.
I think peeing is easy for boys.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, because
still
I
fun.
ended up showing him like peeing off the back porch.
Yeah, dude.
and like
Yeah.
he
There's
was
a brown
shooting
spot
it-
in your yard.
He was shooting in between like
Yeah.
the railing, and he was just like, "This is fun."
Boy's a sniper.
Yeah,
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 that boy's a sniper. Boy's a dead eye.
Some accuracy. Man.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we always let him roam around with no diaper on all the
Yeah.
time too.
Oh, yeah.
So like he got so used to that, and we were in the backyard all the time. But for my daughter, I mean, we did the no diaper thing, running around the house, and then I'm just like, all of a sudden I just find a wet spot in the corner
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yep.
and almost like she went and hid, But
Yeah.
yeah, she'd just go. But you knew it when your son's peeing,
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
shooting across the,
Yeah.
the couch, and you're like,
Yeah,
ah,
Hey,
like,
what are you
son
doing?
of a bitch, dude? Yeah.
That is not a toilet.
yeah.
That's so true.
Holligan, you got one?
Yeah, I got
let's,
another
let's
one.
hit a couple more of these before we go off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's
Which
see.
is what's it?
Yeah,
I mean,
this is
listen,
what it is.
That's what's going to happen, man.
This one might be kind of controversial.
Ooh. A little
It-
spicy.
It's a super dangerous job. So It is dangerous.
Sure.
I'm not going to say it's not a dangerous job. We do
Okay.
we do shit that's dangerous, like getting on the road or going into house fires, but it's not the same as it used to be. You know, it used to be a lot more dangerous. You know, OSHA and you know, like rules and regulations have stopped a lot of deaths from happening in the fire service. So
right, the
and there's
NFPA con artist.
yeah, you know, yeah.
I got that on the list here, dude. Yeah, we'll bring that up after this.
There's blue collar jobs out there now that didn't used to be as deadly as ours, but now are way more deadly than ours. Like, you know, by
Crabbers
number,
or
by
something?
number.
What are you talking? Grocery
like
baggers?
like arborists and you know, like
dude,
just
That's
things like that.
Number one, probably deadliest
you know,
job out
I've been
there.
cutting trees out by the pond out back. I got a couple of widow makers, dude. I'm like, I'm waiting until somebody's
Yeah.
around to
Yeah.
cut this
Yes,
thing.
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah. Tree trim. We've talked about tree trim before.
trimming.
Shout out, dude. If you're a tree trimmer, shout out to you,
Lineman.
man.
You know,
Lineman,
anyone
that's you had a buddy get shocked
electricians.
recently?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, he nearly lost his life.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Not that like again, fireman. It is a dangerous job.
Very dangerous
You know,
job.
that, we wear air packs so that we can survive in
Sure.
a house fire. It's dangerous.
Sure.
But it's not the most. It's not like I think it used to be viewed as like one of the most deadly jobs you can do.
Right.
It's just not.
Sure.
You know, I feel like being on a boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean is probably a little bit more
Right.
dangerous than our
Sure.
job. So.
Well, we take every precaution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It is still like when you think about it, like it is really, really dangerous what
Yeah.
we do. But like, how often we're actually doing that?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how often we're actually fighting fire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is I got some actual statistics
some
because I wrote
stats?
something like that down.
Okay.
Or whatever. But I just looked this up. So, 1.5 million fires in the U.S. in 2022. So
Okay.
1.5 million fires.
Yeah.
And 3,700 deaths
From fire?
civilian-
from fires. Just
civilian
in
deaths.
Damn.
Yeah, just in 2022.
Civilian or firefighter deaths?
Civilians.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
we
Yeah.
would have been here. It would definitely be the most.
So
dangerous
this is
job.
this
Yeah.
would
That's true.
this was shocking to me. So 1,000 for every 1,000 fires, that means 7.5 people die.
No
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So that's a. I'm not saying it's good they died, but it's a good statistic.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
It's a
talking
very
about-
low number
It's super
considering.
Considering
yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's less than 1%.
But
Yeah.
it's still higher than I ever would have thought.
Yeah.
That 7.5 people die.
Yeah.
But I think it does consider car fires. But that's not wildland.
Oh,
that's
really?
not
Okay.
wildland.
Not
No
wildland. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, dude. Like wildland is definitely that's a dangerous.
That's a different animal.
yeah, that's a whole different.
We're talking
animal.
about structural firefighting.
Yeah, struggle
Right,
because I mean,
mainly.
building materials have changed, codes have changed.
That's the one thing.
Smoke
Code.
alarms, all that shit, like
Yeah.
carbon monoxide alarms. Like there's more like wiring nowadays.
Right,
dude.
right.
Yeah.
You got to have. They're more stringent and strict with their rules and making
Yeah.
wire and breaker boxes and everything. So
But now our fires are way hotter, though.
they are way
Yeah.
hotter because all
Way
this
hotter.
crazy synthetic shit in
Yes,
everything.
yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of the same thing. Like whenever I was a Navy diver, like the guys years before me, whenever they were diving those old like Mark V.
Oh, dude, they were dying all the time.
Those dudes were dying all the time. I mean, dude, can you imagine that? I mean, that the helmet alone was like 87 pounds of like spun copper.
Yeah.
What?
And then you had the rig that you
Spun
had on.
copper.
Yeah,
That's wild.
shit back in the
Okay.
day, man. But then you had your weights on, and they had that big fucking suit on, and big penguin gloves and shit.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it really was like that one movie.
Men of Honor.
Men of
Men of
Honor.
Honor, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So that's
Yeah.
okay.
Hell yeah,
Interesting.
dude.
That's what you did.
That was a cool
shit
movie. I like that
was,
movie.
That was actually a pretty good movie. Shout out to old Cuba Gooding, dude.
Yeah.
Not as good as Radio whenever he played the autistic guy.
I saw that the other day, and I almost thought about watching it, dude. I love that.
Those
Oh, my
actors,
God.
man.
I don't know how he did
I don't know
that,
how
dude.
you never go full.
Ever. Damn it, Murph.
Well, I mean, that was on the show. That
He
was
said
on the
it, so
show.
now we can just say it now.
No,
We're
no,
good.
no.
He's quoting a movie line. It's okay.
Letting it fly now. You can't say the R word on YouTube no matter what.
By the way, did you see? I know Hillen may not have kept up with this. Did you see the like crazy, like sleazy shit the
I'm listening. Sleazy?
UT did?
Who
with
did it?
The Texas A&M baseball coach. I know you really
Sports
I can
related.
break it down. UT during it was the championship tournament, right? College World Series. Well, they leaked information about UT is going to hire. They fired their head coach of their baseball team,
Right.
and was going to hire A&M's in the last
What?
3 games of that of the series.
Oof.
And then the coach
He
gets
botched it on purpose.
the players are pissed because he absolutely took that job. No, he took the job knowing full well he was leaving A&M immediately after the World Series. So
wow.
all the players are pissed.
I think it's the most boring thing we've ever talked about on this podcast, dude. What are you talking about?
He doesn't
yeah,
hate
dude, what are you
sports,
talking about? It's
but-
the most boring shit I've ever heard.
I didn't know if you'd heard about that.
Yeah.
But
No, I
yeah,
hadn't
like
heard
it was
that.
real backhanded.
This ain't no damn sports podcast.
No, dude. Like one of the coaches supposedly,
And he
was
still
using-
had
they
several
still had,
games.
They still had to finish out and play Tennessee. And
Oh, man.
it was for the championship. And apparently, one of the coaches was using burner phones on A&M because he's not only leaving A&M, he's taking the coaching staff with him. Oh yeah, he's taking that program with him basically.
And of all schools to go to,
it's UT.
Yeah.
I was
Damn
gonna bring that up.
snooze fest. Let me hit my snooze button, dude. Yeah.
Folks.
Boring shit I've
He
ever heard on
hates
this whole
sports.
We gotta
podcast.
get
folks.
this guy into sports. Or
Jesus.
something.
yeah.
I got something more fun. I had to explain autoerotic asphyxiation to Melissa the other day.
You should have showed her a picture.
Yeah, no, dude. Because they talked about it in. We were watching Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
And it talks about a guy, and they were like, "Yeah, we found him hanging from the ceiling fan with his tie around his neck." And
Is this like a CSI show?
no, Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek, you never seen it?
don't
Oh my
think so.
God, it's so
Ah,
funny,
it's a good
dude.
show.
It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's a good show.
I didn't mean to interrupt
It's
you.
a
Go
it's a sitcom. Yeah.
Okay,
It's got
okay.
the guy from American Pie,
The dad.
with the eyebrows.
really? Okay,
and his
okay.
son.
Yeah, that's
Eugene-
actually his son.
That's actually his son.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the weight.
Jim?
No.
No,
In Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
sorry.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so they find that they don't show it, but they're telling the story, and his family's like, yeah, he must have been really working on that ceiling fan, and leave it to Carl to always find the stud, man, and he just made sure that ceiling fan was bolted, and they're kind of like,
I don't think that's.
and Melissa's like, what are they talking about? And I'm like, autoerotic asphyxiation. She's like, what? I'm like. I'm like,
I'm gonna break
he
it
was
down.
choking himself while pleasuring himself and died. And she's like, people do that? I'm
Yeah.
like, people do a lot of strange things.
Yes.
yeah. But she's like, have you ever? I'm like, no, I'm not choking myself. Yeah.
Dude.
I think that's how.
That's a
Yeah,
rabbit
I'm like,
hole, man.
what?
She knows you, though.
No,
She's
hey,
like,
listen, yeah. I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve, but Jesus.
Yeah.
I think that's how the actor from Kill Bill died. Like Bill, the actual guy she was going after, I think that's how he died.
Did he really die like that?
I think so.
in real life.
my
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think they say when you do that, you want to
Don't-
hang from like
don't do
a
weird
wall,
stuff.
you
Yeah,
know, if you're
don't-
gonna
don't
it
do that,
from
dude.
a wall, so you can kind of walk yourself back.
Oh God!
Okay, it
But
seems
then
like
once you
you-
pass out, you now that all your weight of your own body
Is that what they
kill
do
you.
though? They make themselves pass out and then they climax.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yep,
I don't
that's how he died. David Carradine.
Poor guy.
Carradine? Yeah.
imagine being
Find another way,
Person's-
folks.
Sudden death in Thailand. Oh, that's why he was in
Fight those
Thailand, dude.
demons,
That's
yeah.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do in Thailand. Got a couple of elephants and lady boys and whatever you got.
Dude, they look legit. If they could change their voice to where they sound like a man or like a woman,
Yeah.
you'd believe it.
Yeah, there's
Listen,
some pretty. I've
you would
been to
believe it.
Thailand.
Murph and I have both been to
I've
Thailand.
to
And there's
yeah.
some pretty believable ones. Yeah. You got to be careful, dude.
Yes, you
What was
do.
the street?
So
was it-
I
there's
went
like a
to the
street?
one. I
There's a
went to
street, like-
yeah, I didn't go to like Bangkok. I went
I
to.
did.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Phuket.
Bangla Street? The fuck was the name
It's,
of that street, dude? I went to Phuket, too. Me and Matt did a month in Thailand. and
Yeah,
the
so I
Philippines.
did a month too in
Yeah.
there. And but there's a street in Phuket. It's called Bangla Street.
It's Bangla, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's wild.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch
I
It's
of
think
so
that's
wild,
the
dude.
one in The Hangover. I think
Yeah.
it's that same street.
It's just
Okay.
a bunch of lady
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
That's it.
You
It's
go
every-
and then I go.
It's literally
that work?
everything.
You go on the floor and then I went in you. And it's like, what? How does that work?
So disturbing, dude. So
That
disturbing.
might be my favorite part in that whole movie is whenever
yeah,
he's
dude.
like finding out.
That's
that
your
lady
favorite
busted-
part?
He's like,
He can't even talk after that. He's like so disgusted with himself.
oh, man. The Hangover
Oh,
movies,
man.
dude. Amazing movies.
I don't remember who was next.
I think
Yeah, it's me.
I went Murph's up. Yep. No, Murph just did stats. Or no, you just added stats
I
to
just
another
added
one. Anyway,
to his.
keep
Yeah.
going. Keep going.
So a lot of people think, I always hear this too. Man, you guys never work.
You bastards. How dare you?
So We do have a lot of time off.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
I'll say that, but we work a 56-hour work week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, most people work a 40-hour work week.
Yeah.
But we just have a ton of time off.
Yeah.
Dude.
You know, because we're there, we stay there for 24
A
hours.
whole day.
Yeah.
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 But we do have a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
some days,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Like
Yeah.
we have a lot of downtime. Some days we don't.
Sure.
But you know, so it kind of goes hand in hand. We don't work, but we do work.
Yeah.
A lot. You know.
Yeah.
But it's
And-
also your like yeah, maybe we have downtime during the day, maybe, But
Right.
It's those you're still at work and you still get called out at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
3
yeah,
o'clock.
We make up for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
We definitely make up for it by getting called out.
I think it's funny while the cops always like, you know, bust our balls about like, you know, they're like, well, oh, sorry, did you guys interrupt your
wake you
dinner?
up.
You know?
Yeah.
It was,
As a matter
yeah.
of fact, you did.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Dude,
I was
that's
actually in the middle of a good steak.
yeah. I've actually forgot to write that down, dude. You know the cop that was at our station the other day? Oh yeah. So, dude, these cops were they had to
Radar.
they were doing radar,
Radar.
and it's Texas, and it was humid, and it was like
Okay.
108 heat index. Were you
Yeah.
there?
No.
Okay.
It was me and you.
No,
remember?
Okay.
No.
So either way, they set up the motorcycle cops, and they were radaring all day on the street across or next to the fire station. from
Okay,
us.
Park?
Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania?
Yeah, they were
Okay.
Schmittsylvania.
getting those
Yes.
plant workers
Right.
coming down
Right.
hot.
They've got me
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
In uniform. And
So-
then I was like,
Dude.
they were like, as soon as I rolled down the window, they saw me in uniform. They're like, God dang it, get the
you're
heck
like,
out
get
of
the
here.
heck out of here,
Stupid
man.
idiot.
Yeah. So this cop comes into the station, and he's as red as that damn can of liquid death,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
over there. He's
Yeah.
bright red.
Sweating
He's like, "Can I get
bullets.
some water from you guys?" Well, no. no. Like, kick rocks, nerd. Yeah.
Shut the door.
Yeah.
Poor guy,
Get on your
man.
bicycle and scoot out of here, dude.
I knew I
So-
smelled bacon somewhere.
dude,
Just
man.
kidding.
Cooking that thing.
So we're like, hell yeah, man, come on in. And he comes in, he's talking to us, and he's hanging out, and he's talking to us about old cars and stuff, and like he's like, I caught a guy doing like $140 one time, and we were like, what'd you do? And he's like, nothing.
That made me laugh.
Yeah,
catch him now.
He's
What
like,
am
I
I
can't
gonna
do
do?
anything. So this dude, he leaves the station. He was leaving the station. He goes, what are y'all's names? You know, just in case I ever catch you guys on the street, I'm gonna write you up double or something. We're like, you know, dude. The next shift, I'm driving home and I'm coming up the road and I see the motorcycle cop with his radar gun out. I'm like, oh shit, got me.
you. Got you?
Got
No
me.
way, dude.
Yeah.
The same guy.
Dude, same guy. My
Awesome.
registration's expired.
Dude, what are you doing? You're a grown man.
I know. I just
Holy shit.
I'm working on it. I got to get it inspected and all that. The damn government jamming me up as usual, dude. Yeah.
You're gonna have to go to the actual place. And
I talked to old Schmalin not too long ago. His registration's out for like 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so crazy that he's just like.
That's who I got the
not-
idea from.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's not a big deal. It's like,
Mine's out a month and I get pulled over.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I have the same luck as you do.
Dude, that guy pulled me over and he was like, Helen. I was like, you were at our station the other day. He's
I
like,
gave you
son of
water.
a bitch.
I saved your life.
Yeah, he's like, get your damn registration taken care of. Get out of here. I'm like, all right. Yeah, dude. So shout out to the motorcycle cop. The guy's all right.
What's
Yeah.
funny was when he said, we asked him, you know, what do you do if someone's going that fast? He's like, I fucking radio the next town. I'm not chasing after that
Yeah,
guy.
dude.
He's
I
like, I
mean-
can't do anything for
Yeah.
somebody doing $140.
Yeah.
Because he's got to do $160 to
Dude.
catch him.
Yeah.
I'm
And being
on-
dangerous as shit, too.
On a
Yeah.
motorcycle, you're exploding.
Yeah.
Like, you're exploding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You reach
exploding.
over
Nothing you can do,
120,
yeah.
it does spontaneously just combust.
You are
That's what happens.
literally gonna explode.
Believe me.
Firefighters have someone cook for them.
No.
I wish, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I wish.
We always talk about this. If we won the lotto, we'd all like hire
Maids and a cook.
Maids
I'd
and a
have
cook,
I'd
dude.
have a hibachi chef.
Yes.
Ting, 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 ting. Yeah, flipping us fucking shrimp in our mouth and shit, dude.
pulling jokes on us.
Making onion volcanoes for us and shit. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I wish, dude. That would be.
That would be so cool.
That's sweet, man. We actually.
That's why we're all pretty decent cooks.
Yeah, you have to, dude.
Yeah.
And we talked about this. Damn it, a guy commented, and he was like, "Yeah," he said, "Rookies have a dish, dude. Have one dish."
Yeah.
Which is the truth.
Speaking
man.
of, I need
Yeah.
your chicken recipe.
yeah,
I'll give it to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hattie
I gotta
B's.
send it to you.
That's
It's really easy. It's
what's
just shocking.
what's y'all's favorite fire station recipe? Like
Ooh.
to make,
To
make?
make?
or eat. We'll do make. We'll do make.
Make, I do enjoy making that Hattie B's chicken, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
I'll make it at home. Yeah. Can you tell?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, those breakfast burritos that we were doing for a while.
Dude, I've missed out on
we
those.
need to bring that
you
back.
Guys
I'm going to bring that
We need to
back.
bring
Yeah,
that back,
I'm going to
man.
do that again.
That was so fun. Dude, we would make just gigantic breakfast burritos, man. And
No
then
shit.
It'd be a
we'd
process.
sear them.
We'd like,
Yeah.
we'd brown all the
Damn,
sides of it,
man.
dude.
You guys had all the fun before I got there.
We
Now you
really
guys,
did.
Like, checked
we
out.
really did.
You
We didn't have the
aren't
med unit. You brought death and despair. Yeah, dude, you were like one of the plagues. You were like that plague. The river's running blood. It's raining frogs and locusts and shit, man. Somebody's firstborn son's got to go. Yeah, they're painting red on the doors and shit. Yeah, you brought all the damn plagues.
We had truck days back then, so
Oh, dude, yeah. If you were on the truck,
Yeah.
you're
yes,
cooking.
You're cooking.
That's why, man. I was gonna cook last shift. I was telling him, my dad made me a banger of an egg sandwich, man.
Dude, your dad.
He's the
is
best,
sure.
man.
He's an awesome cook.
He's the best, man. But we used to, whenever we would go to the lake, it would be me, my dad, my grandpa, and we'd go fishing. And my mom, my sister, and grandma would do whatever. But my dad would make these.
Fold the laundry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Hit the kitchen. Jesus.
I don't think our audience will like that one.
That'd be fine. They're probably laughing too. Jesus. But he would make these badass. Oh my god.
I love it.
He'd make
mom
these
would like
awesome
it.
egg sandwiches. He called them a swag. Again,
Nice.
I'm sure it's probably a racial slur or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up.
He
But
was
would-
a 70s guy.
He would. It's probably no. It's fine. He has weird names for shit just like I do.
Yeah.
But he'd call them a swag, and it was an egg sandwich, fucking white bread, mayo, cheese, and he'd cut potatoes up like in circles, fry potatoes,
Yeah, he did
put
do
bacon, potatoes, bacon, egg, cheese, and then wrap it in foil. So you'd be out there on the boat and just be fucking marinating in that foil,
man.
dude. Yeah. Listen, man, make these egg sandwiches for the boys at the station, dude. I'm the
That sounds awesome.
cheap ass white bread, put some mayo on
Yep.
it, fry up some potatoes, bacon, eggs, cheese, make it a sandwich.
And that
It's awesome,
That bread's saturated by the time you open
Dude,
that thing.
He made it for himself last shift. He didn't make
Yeah,
it for me, though.
I did not.
Of
Nah.
course.
Nah. Dude, we just talked about how fat he was getting. Yeah. Like, I'm not calling him Chubbs because he's skinny, all right? Yeah, dude. Yeah.
How much weight have you put on in the last
Dude,
couple
I
months?
think it's like 20 pounds.
He's
dude.
200
20?
pounds.
Dude, yeah.
He's
So,
200 pounds.
You're 200 pounds?
He
I'm
now?
200
gave up,
pounds.
Murph. He's,
Yeah.
he's
No.
27 and he gave up.
It's
He's
all
like,
muscle.
Yeah.
You're the fattest guy at the station.
He is. He
I don't
literally
look
is.
it though. That's the thing. Tony's still the biggest one. Tony. No, it is.
No,
so,
no.
so I wrote that down, but I didn't get to bring it up last time.
Sure.
I had a ritual, folks. This is crazy.
Chubbs,
I would
dude.
leave the station and I would go get like 4 donuts and 2 large kolaches and just house them, dude.
It's so
Yeah,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop
It's surprising
myself.
that you're not bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's.
I wonder
going
how.
on, dude.
Yeah, I wonder why.
What's going
Jackass.
on?
Yeah. Jackass.
I can eat whatever I want right now.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Yeah.
jealous, to be honest.
Something in the water.
I'm a little jealous.
It's the water for sure.
But yeah, dude, I have that written down, and he set a goal to lose the weight.
yeah,
Yeah.
in 2 months or something like
2
that.
months?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do it though for unknown reasons. I'll be able to do it, but I don't think
You're
I'll
gonna
be able
slim. You're gonna trim up though.
I think I'm just going to trim up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna cut up.
hover about 185. Be
Dude, he gets no. It ain't happening.
We're all close to the same weight.
Yeah.
Except,
Me.
or we were
I'm
until
like,
now.
Yeah, until now. I think I'm
Yeah.
like 190 usually.
Yeah.
I usually 185.
how
190.
much did you weigh as a rookie?
Probably like 180, 185.
Really?
Whenever I was doing CrossFit, I was struggling. I couldn't put weight on. I was like 170.
You were shredded
I
back
was.
then.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Skinny.
I'm
Yeah.
still there, but
was
not
skinny.
as shredded. Yeah.
I do remember. I remember
Dad
seeing
weight.
you back
Yeah.
then with your shirt off. I was like, golly, man.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh, how the
Hey,
times
for
have
sure,
changed.
man.
Fucking that shit hurts these days, man.
Dad, man.
Yeah.
When you become
Yeah.
a dad,
Like-
just like weight is a little bit easier to put on.
No. Yeah. Well, dude, I'm telling you, man, we've talked about this. I think we've talked about it in the last episode or whatever. My fucking testosterone has not, I know it hasn't bounced back. And I don't know when it's supposed to bounce back from after you have a baby
Never.
or if it does. It needs to bounce back, dude.
Yeah.
It needs
Yeah.
to come back. It is. Everything, like I heard.
I told you my
it hurts.
ups and downs with all of that,
Yep.
with
It
having
sucks,
kids,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a kick.
Yeah.
Especially
It's
with
sleep. At the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
Like sleep. That's what all these dudes are hammering on. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And it's like, oh, cool.
Can't get it.
I
Yeah.
saw something.
Do my
funny.
best.
I saw something funny the other day. It was just like something on Instagram, and it's guys talking about like how like your balls are like sensitive to the sun, and like they
Oh,
need
no,
need
dude.
the sun.
I need sun.
They need sun just like your eyes, and like
It's true.
We've got him trapped or whatever. And dude, just the whole reel about it. You know, remember how you used to read the Onion?
Oh yeah,
And how it just like this
article bullshit.
But this dude's trying to get like guys to like
Just start tanning their nuts.
start like putting their feet up in the air
guys,
and like
if the girls can do it topless.
Dude,
we can do it bottomless.
You get like
it cracked me up, man.
Dude, I'd get the worst sunburn ever if I
Dude,
let
yeah.
those bad boys hang
So there was
out,
a
man.
guy in like a yoga pose.
oh my god, he's got
His legs
downward
out, like-
dog with the
No.
balls out. huh?
Yes.
No,
Oh, it was funny, man.
I don't think they need that much sunlight.
I think it's the opposite, man.
I think they're designed to be
To
out
not in the sun.
Yeah. I mean, that's like people sunning their buttholes and stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
do
yeah,
a
man.
third eye, get a little third eye sunshine.
There's
Third eye
no
sunshine. That's a good
color
band
change.
name.
Oh man, but I laughed so hard.
Oh man,
How do you tan your asshole?
I don't know.
You got to do like a diaper change looking thing.
Yeah. God. Ugh.
It's in the middle of the
Reminds
day.
me of like This Is 40. Whenever he's like, you didn't see that
don't know
with
if I've ever seen
Paul Rudd.
Oh, is that the one where he's like,
He's
give
like,
it to you?
No, that's another one.
Okay.
his wife comes in the room or whatever, and he's got his legs above his head or whatever, and he's butt naked, you know, and he's like looking down. And he's like, "Does that look like a hemorrhoid to you?"
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. It's got
God.
the lady from the 40-year-old version
Yes,
in it.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
It, was-
my
it just
God.
cracked
some
me up.
French toast. That girl.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's whenever you get older. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Check that out. What you got going on there? Oh, dude.
We're on myths.
We are
Yeah.
on myths. Yeah, I
we're
guess
on
we'll do it.
myths.
Anybody got another good myth?
Yeah.
Oh, I got one. Like for the civilians, a lot of people think fire trucks and fire engines are the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Different.
But you know, it's
Same,
when,
same.
when we say the truck, we're talking about our ladder truck.
Yeah.
The guy, the equipment with all the cool tools and stuff.
Yeah.
But-
It's way more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
the
wish we had
fire
ours.
engine is
Yeah.
our pumper most of the
Yeah.
time.
I wish we had our truck.
I'm pretty sure that's across the board.
Oh, yeah.
with
Yeah,
everybody.
bumper truck.
you know.
I don't know about y'all, but I really do like doing engine work more. I feel like ladder work is like you're not doing as much, you know.
I like the engine
I like the
better.
engine.
Like
I like
if
being
we're
online,
actually
you know?
making a call and we're actually
Yeah.
doing work.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I would rather the engine.
Yeah. I like the truck sprinkled in there.
Yes. Yeah.
Sprinkling
yeah,
a truckie in there,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I'll wear the
I
truckie
would-
hat every now and
Yes,
then. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
me a
Give me-
shift on the truck.
Give me a shift
and
on
I'm
the
gonna
old
take
truck,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put my truckie hat on.
But if we're all
put my sleeping hat on, dude, if I'm on the truck, man.
When you get on the truck, you get the little thing that goes over your eyes.
Yeah. But again, the truck was
trucky
nice
gear.
because, like, whenever you were on the truck, you're like, all right, I'm responding to fires.
That's it.
That's it.
And major-
I'm
major
gonna
calls.
help boys out. I'll make dinner tonight.
Yep.
You
Yes.
know, hey, if you guys are busy, we got cleanups.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll take care of it. Yeah.
it was nice, man, and it was a good breather, man. Like even if you caught a fire on the truck, you're you're good.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, if we had truck engine, get rid of that ambulance. Yeah. I still every time I look at the ambulance in our bay, I think of that Shane Gillis where he's like, this thing over here, this thing fucking sucks, dude.
For all you
It's like,
youngsters
this-
out there,
This is a load of crap.
This is a load of crap.
this is a load of crap. We hate it. Man.
This
Dude.
This
Yeah.
thing's a load of crap.
Yeah. Which, you know, initially we were supposed to keep our truck. So we would keep
Yeah.
we would keep the truck, we'd keep those 2 additional spots, and we'd only ride the BLS box once, maybe twice a month.
Yeah.
But now our truck is
out of
gone.
service.
It's pretty much
It
out of
evaporated.
service. Yeah. And so it's engine and ambulance and it's
Just
just
going back and forth.
back and forth, man, back and forth,
Yep.
man.
And we cover more territory.
Yeah, our territory
our
is larger.
area.
Yeah. But anyway,
I had a listener comment that
Okay.
I'll bring up that I
Okay.
wrote down from TikTok, and she said on this note of
You are a
of being,
TikTok kid.
being like fireman versus on an EMS. This is from Jinya. It's got like a little squiggle above the N. I don't know how to do the
Jenga, I think is how it's pronounced.
What? All right, Django
I believe it
from
was an
TikTok
old
said,
wooden ship.
it was an old wooden she said, you guys need to have a medic-only guest just for funny conversation of EMS versus fire.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I hate
Okay.
to tell you that it's gonna go fire the
Yeah.
whole time. Even EMS people, like they at the end of the day, they're like, dude, no, I wish I was just on that fire truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Fucking Kyle, the medic, used to work for
Shout out to
used to
Kyle.
work with us. He commented the other day, and he's like, "It's so funny hearing you guys now like talk about mentally preparing to be on the med unit."
Yes.
Dude,
And he's like, "I used to do the same thing whenever I worked with y'all." And he's like, "Every shift."
Yeah, I relate to him a
Oh,
lot
dude.
more now.
I told him, I was like,
you
"I don't know how you did it for so long, buddy."
Yeah.
I don't.
Just being a medic, I'm out, man. There's no way. I'm bagging groceries at HEB.
I take back everything
I'll be,
I ever
I'll
said,
be in the
dude.
damn sushi department rolling
We talked-
Konnichiwa, man.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Dude.
$20,000 raise or $20,000 cut.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm taking that cut to be on the engine.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, you're like, I'll figure out that other 20,000, man.
Yeah.
Because I can't. You just
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
be like that for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
Can't do it. What's funny is like
Can't do it.
I
Well,
remember.
you won't live as long.
No, you'll die of a heart attack.
You're
Yeah.
out, dude. I mean,
Lack
It's
of
healthier to
sleep.
smoke.
Sleep.
It's healthier to smoke and have fun.
well, no,
Easy, don't.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Don't listen to
PSA,
him, kids.
start-
Nothing said on this podcast is real or it's
We're
all for
basically
comedic
doctors.
purposes. Yeah, nothing Holligan says on this podcast is to be taken as true. Do you guys get out whenever you're? We're probably. I mean, myths. We got it. We'll cover.
Yeah, we got it.
Maybe we'll do one more, but
Yeah.
we got enough riffing to do and
Yeah.
enough ranting. I got enough grievances. But do you guys, whenever you do the grocery pickup, you do grocery pickup?
No.
You go to the grocery store?
yeah, I like
an
I like
asshole.
It. I actually like going to the
Oh,
grocery store.
okay. Murph, you do grocery pickup?
Yeah. Well, I don't do grocery shopping at all.
Okay. Son of a bitch. Nice. Okay. If you two were doing grocery pickup.
Okay.
All right. And I don't. Okay. I do grocery shopping and pickup.
I
This
someti-
bullshit.
I
I'm
sometime-
tired of doing this. Melissa, for God's sakes, look at these guys living the dream out there.
I sometimes go pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Specific.
So when you go pick it up, do you get out and help?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Dude, it irks the shit out of me. I see people just sitting in the front of their car.
Oh, you mean like the people that come out and
They put
Yeah.
your groceries in your car.
they don't get out and help?
Well, no, okay. So the person driving the car getting the groceries, they don't get out and help.
Oh, that would piss me off.
Oh yeah,
If
that's
I
what I'm
saw
saying.
that.
They just sit in the
Yeah.
front of the car, listen to music. They're on their phone or whatever. And they're like, "Thank you," and then they just drive away, dude.
They're like,
It-
yeah, put it in the back. And then they just sit in the driver's seat.
They just push the button.
I would lose my mind, dude.
No. I get out.
I
I'm
get
like,
out.
I'm
I'd
like,
knock on the
I got
window.
this. I got, you know,
Yeah.
I start putting it all in
I'm
there.
grabbing the dog because sometimes it's like a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Oh, which I mean, shout out to him. She could pick the bag of dog food up, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
but she's 100 pounds.
yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm like, watch
40
out.
pound
Yeah.
bag of dog
Yeah.
food.
I'm like, I got all this stuff. Like, just throw it in the back. Like, don't sweat it or whatever,
Yeah.
man. Hey, get out of your damn car.
Get out of your
All right,
car.
get out of your damn
Yeah.
car.
Or leave a tip.
yeah,
or something. You could
yeah,
leave a
or
tip.
tip them.
You
Yeah,
could-
yeah,
tip-
if you're going to sit in that car,
Yeah.
you better try to
Yeah.
tip them. But
I
the
mean-
last time I went, I even got out and helped load up all the groceries, and then I tried to give them a $5
Yeah.
for
They won't
doing
do
it,
it.
and they
Yeah.
wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
I'm like, take it, dude.
Yeah. I
took
And he's
tips.
like, nah, they don't want us
Yeah.
to take tips. And
So-
I'm like, man,
Whenever I worked, they told
Yeah,
me that. They told us that whenever I worked at HEB, I mean, fucking 20 years ago or whatever, dude. They were like, hey, we don't accept tips. Don't take tips. Like, if people are real pushy with it, take it. But don't. Yeah, right, dude.
Yeah,
Your boy was
screw
taking
you.
some tips, dude.
they were really pushy.
They were pushy. Oh, no. But now they have cameras everywhere and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
So they're
So
like,
I think
hey,
they're-
Tommy has been taking
Tips.
He jumped.
He
in the
was
back-
giving it to
He
me.
jumped
What was
in
I
the back
supposed
of
to
that
do?
lady's car and pulled his pants down.
It was sexual harassment. Oh man.
Yeah.
Discount Tire used to do that too. They'd say, "Don't take tips." And dude, sorry, try
I
telling
didn't know
a
you tip
17.
your tire guy.
Yeah, they would. These
I'm
old
tired of tips.
guys.
We talked about this
Yeah,
before. I'm
yeah.
out, dude.
Yeah.
Now listen again. If I'm sitting in the grocery car in the car and some young kid, sure.
Yeah.
But
Well, think about it. Like an
People tip
old
you?
man with like a lot of money comes in there. They see you working as
Yeah.
a young guy.
Mm-hmm.
They appreciate it, so they'll go up. We had people give us beer. We had
Yeah.
people give us,
okay.
yeah.
All right. He's
yeah.
retired. He's got plenty of money, dude. I got
That's
a damn
that's
mortgage
kind of
to
what
pay.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
You get old people. They're like, just take the damn money. You know. Like,
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
I'll give you that.
Screw big companies, man. When it comes to a tip, just take the tip.
I hate how
always tip.
I hate how the restaurant business like don't pay their waiters.
Oh, yeah.
like
They do
and
tips.
waitresses.
It's nothing,
Yeah,
dude.
they don't. They're allowed to not even pay minimum wage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So-
they make
because they make it through tips.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then that's just forced on the consumer,
Yeah.
you know, who's buying the food to now tip, but it's not required.
Yeah.
So like if everybody boycotted tipping, now
They
these
wouldn't make
people
any money.
they wouldn't even make minimum wage.
Yeah.
No.
You
It's
know,
crazy.
Think about places that do
Like-
tip shares. Some places do
Yeah.
tip
Oh,
shares.
you gotta all pull it together?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I think
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse did that in
Ooh,
Lubbock,
good
I think.
rolls. Good buttery
Oh,
rolls.
yeah. That's why a lot of waitresses become strippers. I mean,
Okay. Is that why?
do you think I'm joking? I'm telling you the truth.
I mean,
man.
listen, man, I know how much money those
That
broads
restaurant
made.
industry is
Yeah.
not so
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
I remember
No, a
how
lot
much
of
money they made whenever I was in Guam, and how much money they made off of me
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I paid for probably some rent, some cars, some new nail. I paid for a lot of
$20
stuff.
lap dance for one song. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
They paid me. If someone paid
I'll
me
start dancing.
$20
I'll start dancing for you
I'll
two.
dance
Yeah,
for anybody, man.
That's why I was a broke kid, dude. That's why I was a broke kid
Turn
in the
these
Navy.
cameras off. I'll dance
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
you.
a banana hammock and a razor blade. We're good,
Yeah,
dude.
turn your chair around. Banana hammock and a razor blade.
They shave, you know.
I
trimmed
thought
up.
you meant for chopping coke up. I was like, Jesus.
No. They need a credit card for that.
Here, I got one more. Firefighters just hang out at the station all day. I wish. We could
Well,
just,
yeah.
I wish. I'm a
That would be
big,
awesome.
Big station hang guy, as you know me. I don't want
Yes.
to go anywhere.
This
I don't
is,
want to do nothing.
yeah.
These guys always want, oh, yeah, let's go to the, swing by the donut shop real quick. Yeah.
Take me to the creamery.
I need some smokes or whatever, dude. There's nothing worse than somebody showing up to the station and you're like, let's hang today. Let's not do anything. They're like, well, I need to go here, and then we got to go by here, and I got to go, get a new air mask, and it's just like, you suck so bad, dude.
You didn't ruin my day.
He
ruined my
made
day,
us
dude.
leave the station and go to HEB last shift.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, I thought you were the one.
Yeah,
that did.
jackass, that wasn't me. You got to get your damn facts straight before you come
Ooh,
to
I
me.
made a good breakfast last shift. Remember, you missed it.
It was
Eggo
the
waffles?
Yeah. Again, Chubbs. This is why
yeah,
he's
yeah,
20
Yeah,
pounds
dude,
heavier.
It was so good.
Yeah,
Eggo
tell-
waffles, chorizo and eggs. I don't remember what else we did.
I don't even know what else you did. Yeah, I think it was just cheese and shit all over it.
What was the other thing I added
I
to
don't
it?
know. I didn't eat
Oh,
it.
hash browns. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
this little
Yeah,
hash brown
nice.
patties?
Yeah.
And some chalky milk.
Yeah, and chocolate
Nice.
milk. I took a
It was so
picture.
good.
I'll post up a picture of
Awesome.
him just crushing Eggos and a fat ass glass of chocolate milk next to him.
It
Dude.
was so good, man.
Dude, he cooked that chorizo and like there was that much meat and this much grease in the
Oh
pan.
yeah. Dude. When you cook that stuff, you're like,
you can't.
Oh,
Tony
man.
was
It's
like,
like worse than a pepperoni pizza.
well, Tony was like, drain it. I was like, I honestly don't know how to drain chorizo grease. Like, I don't know how you do that because it's so
Yeah.
mixed in with
It's
the
almost-
chorizo.
But what do they do chorizo with?
It's pork.
Pork or beef.
I know, but what is the
Why is it so liquidy?
no like the color? Why is it so orange?
So red and
I think like maybe some kind of
What kind of
peppers
seasoning?
ground up in there, like some
seasoning.
Kind
It's
of,
probably
Yeah.
like kind
is
of
it
like
chipotle peppers?
It's kind of like a sausage, I think, where they grind
like
it up
whenever
into
you
the
made that because it had that same color when you made those tacos.
burrito tacos.
tacos, yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
anyway,
I don't know.
I could
Anyway.
tell you.
But yeah.
Firefighter myth.
If you know.
chorizo.
Yeah, if you know, hit us up. If you're a Spaniard and you know how to make chorizo, hit us up. Yeah, that
fellow
dude,
bombero.
I was like, I'm not gonna eat that. That's gonna
You
slow.
didn't eat it?
No, I was like, that's gonna slow me down the rest of the day.
Everybody else
I'm
did.
not, dude. Yeah, everybody else
Everybody crushed it.
crushed it. Dude. TJ was there.
For sure.
It was
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
just a shift full of chubsters.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yep.
It was so
Yeah.
much fun, man.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not eating that. I'm gonna work out. Like, and then I worked
Right.
out and hurt my back. I was like, oh, cool. It's
Oh,
fine.
He
yeah.
pulled
Yeah.
a muscle.
yeah. I was like,
I
sh-
walked a mile
Yeah.
or something on the treadmill. I was like, I worked out.
I was in there working out, and then like 4 people were in there just bullshitting. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, but I did all that shit out by the pond, like hauling trees.
Oh, right.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
let me go to the station, let me work out. Nope.
No.
I was already smoked.
Your back
dude.
said no.
Dude, I was already smoked. Terrible idea.
Yeah.
That's usually the case.
That's definitely how it goes. Let me check the old time here. I think that's about it.
That's it, man.
I'm sure we missed some firefighter myths. We didn't really. Honestly, we bullshitted most of
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, for sure.
But listen, I think you guys know the firefighting myths. If we missed some, or if there's some funny ones that we missed, let us know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for we're well over 1,000 and the numbers keep going, man. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much, and make sure to comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. Basically the usuals, man. Holligan, what do you got for them?
For Spotify, we have polls, and I'm going to just start adding some poll questions just to
Yeah.
get an idea of what you guys like, what you want to see.
Do you want a Patreon?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
one we asked. I've only asked it once. So if you start seeing it on Spotify, it's just me typing it in, asking it every time to get an idea of with our audience growing,
Sure,
I want to
sure,
see what
sure.
our audience thinks.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
Yeah. Murph, you got anything for him?
I just love y'all, and I want to know some civilians who are watching this. Send us some questions. Like
Yeah.
if you got like firefighter questions, like certain things about myths or whatever that you
Yeah.
didn't know, send it to us, and you
Yeah.
know you can even DM us if you want to.
Sure.
Getting our DMs, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
We just released
or
a list.
comment, whatever.
We just released the listener comment episode.
Yes.
And it was awesome. And you
Yeah.
guys are absolutely hilarious, man. We're gonna
Y'all are funnier than we are.
You guys,
I think they're
I-
better than us, man.
I'll do another listener. I'll post on Instagram
Okay,
again. But
yes.
like Murph said, you
Nice,
guys leave us comments, ask us some questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Patreon is coming soon. We're cooking that up. We're kind of busy right now, summertime.
Yeah.
But all that's in the works.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We love you guys. We'll catch you next time.
Love you. Peace.
Next time.
Later.